Hey everybody, this is Kim with Big Sense. As you know, sometimes sense ain't so common. We are once again in a new location. Today I am at 15 Bar and Grill, 1605 North Parkway. That's in Jackson, Tennessee. And the owner is Miss Dorena and Sean Collier. I want to send a shout out to these guys for allowing us to be able to come in and set up shop. So everybody, we have some new people on the show, as you can see. I have a great group of people. I know you guys are gonna love them just as much as I love them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna briefly tell you about them, and then I'm gonna have a little toot your horn session so they can tell you a little bit about themselves. So first up, I'm going to start off ladies first. We have Miss Stephanie Wilbourn, everybody. And she is a fashion designer. We also have Mr. Bo Arnold, and he is a promoter for parties. And we also have Mr. Jawaskia Lake, and he is an artist. So it's time for the Toot Your Horn session. I'm gonna let them tell you a little bit about themselves. Miss Stephanie?
Well, hello everyone. I'm Stephanie Wilbourn, and I am the owner of Sexes by Stephanie. I am the creator of Adam's Apple Escort, which is a unisex tie brand for men and women, and I just came up with the Hat Bandit, which will be dropping in October this fall, and I'll be having a big private lunch party for that. And I'm also an event planner and decorator, and I can build and make you anything that you want if your heart and mind so desires.
And let me tell you something, guys. This lady right here is bad. I got a couple of hats, Miss Stephanie, that I will be bringing your way.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Next up, we have Mr. Bo Arnold.
Hello everyone, my name is Bo Arnold. I'm the CEO of Bo Entertainment, which consists of being an event planner and a promoter. I do all sorts of things. I do sporting activities, I do church events, I do just about anything that helps the community. So I'm looking forward and I'm excited for doing this event this morning.
Okay, and last but not least, Mr. JL.
Hello everybody, my name is JL, Jawaskia Lake. I am the CEO of Soul Link Music, which is a record label, also songwriter, producer, artist. Just work with a lot of artists, been able to tour with several amazing artists that you all love. So just glad to be here.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for sitting on the panel today. As you all know, I cannot go any further. I need for you to hit that like button. Like and subscribe. As you know, that is the only way that I am able to grow. So now let's get with it. Let's go into our hot topic. I chose, you guys, relationship goals. Relationship goals. Now, check this out now. We're not gonna fight. We just want to hear what everybody have to say when it comes to relationships, because we know that we have all been reared differently. So maybe we are able to come together and feed off of each other's information, maybe use it and apply it to our own life. We're here to inspire, and hey, men and women, if you're checking this out right now, be sure to get your pen and paper. You need to take notes. This is getting ready to get extra. I can tell you that right now. I chose this group of people because I know that they can make some things happen. So I am just real excited about what's getting ready to come out of this. So panel, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right.
First up, men or ladies, what is your type? Now, I'm not going to be choosy about it. When I say what is your type, it can be a superstar, it can be a singer, it can be a model, it can even be somebody around town that you want to throw under the bus.
Okay.
Who wants to take a stab at it? What's your type?
Let's go.
I'll go first.
Okay.
What is my type? What would I like in a woman? I like a woman that's kind of athletic, but she doesn't necessarily have to be athletic. But I like a woman who likes to keep herself in shape. She carries herself in a very respectable way. You know, that kind of stuff turns me on. That's why I find attractive in a woman.
Okay. Who else ready?
Well, for me, My type has always been a bearded man, and that's because I had nice looking uncles coming up, and they all had nice facial hair, well groomed, nice haircuts, good swag. And then with me coming from a family of designers, I like a man that has swag and that matches my energy. I can't see myself with somebody that's, pants sagging, hats turned to the back, because the way I move, I need somebody that matches me. Because I know people will look at me and judge me, be like, what is Stephanie doing with that dude over there? That's not even like her type. And then somebody that has something going on, because I have a lot going on, and I can't see me with a guy that's sitting around trying to figure out his path. Have your own thing going on.
Right.
Yeah, I have to, go ahead. That's what I'm saying.
No, go
Okay. Yeah, I would like to agree with Stephanie on several things she said. It's having dealing with someone that got other things going on as well, because like I'm really busy doing shows. I'm a producer, songwriter. I'm working with artists. Then I have to, just be busy,
Right.
and you have to be with someone that got some stuff going on, because if they don't have anything going on, then it's an issue.
Yes.
And I like a little fashion as well. So I like to put on some clothes and look nice.
Right.
So you have to have somebody that's matches your swag. And also, my biggest thing is I love an intelligent woman.
Yes.
I love a smart woman.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying, and with swagger and everything. So smart woman is my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I guess last but not least, my type. Y'all want to know my type.
Yeah, we want to know.
You know what? I love a clean cut guy. I love to see men that are dressed up from head to toe. I love it. That is a turn on for me. And a person that knows who they are.
Exactly.
I love it. That is very attractive when you know who you are. Another thing that's a pet peeve for me that I absolutely love, those Malcolm X and your Martin Luther King. I love to see a man stand up in his power and not afraid to speak his piece.
Exactly.
I mean, that type of energy is able to shut down a room.
Yes.
That's right.
So just seeing a guy being able to stand up in his power, yeah, he will definitely get my attention real quick. So my next question is, what is a deal breaker for you? When it comes to a relationship, what is something that you just absolutely will not tolerate?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, for me, and this is just from guys even thinking that they want to date me, is just a man automatically being intimidated or feeling that he's not good enough for me. Because it's like guys look at my pictures, they see what I do, they see how I move, and if I try to allow them into my space, and once they actually get around me and see what I do, it's almost like everything just shifts, just like a hurricane came in and just swept everything away. But my thing is this: if I gave you some of my time, that means you were able to hold my attention,
Okay.
in some kind of way. If you can hold my attention, then that means you have potential. But then when it comes to that insecurity, I cannot stand a weak man.
Okay.
And when I say weakness, everybody have their weaknesses and their strengths. But weakness for me, for a man, is someone that's constantly questioning me. Because first of all, I can't nobody ask me nothing.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to be asking you anything. Because if you know what I do and I know what you do, then there should be an understanding that I was doing these things before I met you. So why are there insecurities? An insecure man is one thing that I cannot stand, and you not feeling like you're good enough for me.
Okay. So tell me something, man. What do you think about that statement that Stephanie just made as far as a man being insecure? Because a woman may call it insecurities, but a man may look at it totally different from what we see. So how would you address that as a man?
I agree, because like I said, what she said, man, a lot of times, man, you just gotta be cool in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? You can run a person off by always questioning who is that and why are you doing this, and you get these questions all the time when you in business and doing things. And if you're especially a nice looking person, you're gonna get attention. People are gonna always be checking you out and stuff like that. So you just gotta have balance and be able to, work with that.
Okay.
If you really want that person, so.
Okay.
And I agree with that also. Also to add to that, you have to be a strong man if you want a strong woman.
Exactly.
You can't be intimidated by a woman.
Right.
What's wrong with a woman making more money than you?
Exactly.
That doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, we need to most definitely talk about them. Because it seems like that's an issue with men if their woman makes more money than them. Because my thing is this: if I didn't think that the money that you made was good enough for us to be in a relationship, I would have never chose you in the beginning.
Exactly.
So it's not about the money. You're supposed to come in and add to what I have. If you have $1, add that to my 50,000. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Don't, because you pick and choose according to. For me, it's about chemistry. Chemistry is everything. If I don't have a chemistry with you, I don't care how good you look. I don't care how much money you have. Because I've dated men that were millionaires and it just was not a good match. And my friends just be like, well, Stephanie, they have money. Money does not move me like that.
Right.
I know how to make money. When you manifest money, that's irrelevant.
Yes, and this is true.
You know, it's a chemistry.
Because I know what I have noticed in the dating scene. Some men feel like they have to have it all together in order to approach you. And that's not always the case.
No.
Because the way I see it, sometimes it may take you connecting to the right someone in order for you to grow.
Yeah.
I mean, because if we was already complete, why would we need each other?
Exactly.
However, it is some people, some women, and some men out there that feel like that you gotta be rolling in dough in order to date them. So it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. If you run into someone that's not on it, then you're in a good situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
See,
when you approach an attractive woman or any woman, period, you gotta have confidence though.
exactly.
You know,
Yes.
She's gotta feel that, okay, this guy likes me. You know, she shouldn't feel like it's just someone trying to holler at me. No, you gotta come with confidence, and your approach and your conversation should be on point.
Yeah. It's always about that approach.
But for my men, I have a real quick question. Tell me, have you ever seen a woman that you was just intimidated by? I mean, your throat got, your mouth got dry, your hands start getting wet, you know, you start fumbling, you know, your words.
Not intimidated by it, but I have seen some women that I thought was, you know, like, wow, you know, wow.
Okay.
The good one was one of them.
There it is. You heard it first.
And why? Look, why? Like, why? I want to know why.
Because looking at you, it's like you have a power, you have an energy that a lot of women don't have. You're very confident. You know, you can survive by yourself. You don't need a man for anything.
Well, see, that's the problem that I have when men tell me that. I hear that all the time. Even I've heard it from my brothers. It's like this. I want men to understand that just because women are dominant or they so-called see them as independent, I didn't necessarily choose to become independent by choice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as a woman, it's just naturally in us to be the providers, or more so take care of the family. So I was raised that I'm gonna do whatever it takes in order for me to make sure that my family is good.
Right.
So when it comes to me not needing anything, I can do all the things that I can do. Trust me, it's still a certain part of my life that I need a man.
Right.
Cause I can work on my own car, but do I want to? No.
No.
But do I? Yes, because I have to. Because I don't have a man in my life like that. You know, I can put down hardwood floors. I can build a house. I do that because those are things that I like. But if I had a man, I would either show him or at least you want to help me do those things.
Right.
Independent women, we don't, it's not that we don't need a man. God made it for men and women to be companions.
Right.
So there's things that I can't do for myself, but you know, you get to a place to where you're so used to being by yourself, and when it comes to my lifestyle and the things that I'm involved in, it is a situation where if it doesn't make money, it don't make sense.
Right. I get it.
And that's only because I have to keep pushing. I can't be worried about babysitting a man that don't understand how he's gonna fit into my life.
Yeah.
Or
don't
you
really know
being
how to
intimidated
move
by what you feel that I'm doing and how you're gonna fit into that. Because if you couldn't fit into that, I wouldn't allow the door to be cracked for you to even walk in.
Right.
You know?
And I can kind of feel you on that, because with me having my dad's presence in my life, it was a total of 3 girls in my family, and my dad didn't have any boys. So guess who the boys were?
Yeah.
We was the boys. So when he was working on cars, guess who was up under the car?
You were.
If it was something going on with the house and we had to be on the roof, guess who was up there? So some of the things that he taught me was, I don't know what kind of gas you will get when it's time for you to branch off. I have to make sure that you are equipped to take care of yourself. So that have made me or framed me into being a alpha woman. So it's kind of hard to put down the mantle when you're used to doing everything on your own. So it will take a strong man to be able to come in and to be able to point out to me, hey, you're doing too much or you're going too far. Because we all have a position to play. But you just have to be secure within yourself to be able to point that out.
All facts right there.
We don't always know the answer.
But there's two things though that's a deal breaker or a turn off for me is I don't like a woman that's got a foul mouth. She's always cussing, always, just that and smoking. I never like the woman that smokes.
Also, a person that's just jeopardizing what you got going on in business.
Right.
I always tell people like in business, like being that I be around the tanks and the genuines and stuff like that. So the person that you dating have to be able to adapt and and not embarrass you, and just have a great attitude and if something going wrong with the promoter, they running up to the promoter and you need to do this, you got to be able to I just can't do nobody that's jeopardizing my career.
Exactly.
So,
Right. So you're looking for somebody that's well equipped in every area.
I mean, whether you with family today and later on we with celebrities, like I need you to be able to adapt in every situation.
Right.
And I think that's all of us that's on this panel.
Right, absolutely.
Because people don't understand. People are watching us.
Yes.
Right.
People do want our lifestyle. People are trying to figure out who you are, and everybody's about a perception. Everybody has a perception about who they think we are. And they look at you and look at pictures and people instantly judge, but they gotta realize we're human.
Exactly. And people don't realize that there's a price to pay to be you.
Exactly.
And they don't know what price you pay in order to be in the position that you're in. Because I can only speak of myself. I spend a lot of lonely time by myself because people have already made up their mind or they prejudged me before getting to know me.
Right.
So that's another one of the reasons why I have to be strong as a person, because of perseverance. I have to continue to push on in order to do whatever goal it is that I set out to do. So do some of you have some of those pressures? Do you find yourself, questioning why me? Why do I have to do this?
When you say do this, what part of it are you talking about?
Well, as far as being you, you have made up your mind about a goal that you want to reach. And maybe your family and friends can't catch on to what you're trying to push. Therefore, you're gonna take a lot of backlashes because it's brand new. It's something new that other people in your town may not be doing.
Well, let me. Well, I know she's thinking right now.
You can tell like there's so much running through my head. I'm like,
well, I would say when I started out in music, I came from a gospel background. I grew up in music, and then around 15 years old, I started doing R&B and becoming, into that world. But when I was young, I didn't want to be a leader. I wanted to be behind someone that can mold me and, shape me up in the music career. But, and I'm not trying to make it necessarily a spiritual thing, but God kept showing me that He wanted me to be a leader.
God has to be in it though.
Absolutely.
That's what people fail to realize. That's where success comes from.
Absolutely.
It's like knowing who God chose you to be.
Absolutely.
And being able to follow that path in spite of what other people say and think. And not to cut you off, because to me, that is the main thing that people don't get about me or that they may not know about me is Stephanie, regardless of what you see or think, I'm spiritual.
Right.
I'm not religious, I'm spiritual.
Absolutely.
Because God has shown me who's my provider.
Right.
He is my provider. Man is not.
Right.
Man can only do so much, but God has shown me and so many. That is most definitely my testimony. When you have a gift It's a responsibility to exercise that gift, to share that gift, to honor that gift,
Right.
and to and just to inspire other people. And that's a big responsibility that people don't understand when it comes to finding that balance in your life, your personal life, in the business that you do, or you being chosen to be, who you are.
Right.
So tell me this, Mr. JL, when you pointed out that you were shown that you needed to be a leader, what did you do with that? I mean, did you sit down on that? Or?
Well, I did sit down on it for a long time, and God kept pulling me. Actually, to be honest with you, the name Soul Link Music, I asked God to give me the name for my label or my company. You know what I'm saying? And He kept showing me this name, and I tried to bring people along with me, but you can't. Sometimes you can't do that either. You just got to go when it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? And God has blessed me. I started my company in 2011.
Wow.
So and I didn't know what I knew, but I studied. I went to college as well. I got a business degree, but I also research. I'm a researcher as well, and I worked around a lot of artists, so I was able to grab a lot of information. Like I was signed to the Barcade, so I was actually able to grab a lot of information and pull it all together and become who I am today. So
That's what's up. So what about you, Mr. Bowden?
I think a lot of it is growth, going through trials and tribulations as you continue your path to success. And then a lot of it is in the Black community. It's hard to get support.
Yes.
It's like I want everybody to win. I don't want somebody that's doing the same thing I'm doing to fail to make myself be better.
Right.
I think if we support everybody, everybody's business could be more successful.
Yeah, because other races do it all the time. And everybody has their own niche of how, they go about doing things. And to go back to what you were saying as far as like us, how do we feel about who basically God chose us to be? I thank God every day for Him choosing me to be Stephanie Renee Wilbourn, and that's my whole government name.
Exactly.
Because we don't have that opportunity to get to choose who we are. And to me, it's an honor. And so when it comes to a relationship, that person has, like when people say equally yoked, that's on so many different levels. It's not just in the Bible or what church people consider equally yoked, because they go to church and think that because they're with somebody in church, they're equally yoked. No, that's not it. It's about finding a balance in your whole life, period. Because when you're in a position like us, even though you may have somebody, like when I was married, I felt alone. It's lonely. And not because He didn't necessarily give me that part. It was the part of Him not understanding who God chose me to be and me walking in that calling, because I've always recognized it even when I was little, you know what I'm saying? I always knew that I was different. I always was able to separate and do what Stephanie was going to do. And that was one thing I miss about my mom. She always told me, don't worry about what, do you. Right. My mama always pushed me. It don't matter what nobody else say about you, you do you. And that's one thing that I have always done. And the difference between failure and success is being able, when God detach those people from you and He start removing people, it don't matter if you're married or in a relationship or you're dating, if that person is not equipped to walk with you, then you have to decide on letting them go and taking 10 to 15 years back off of your life from you trying to reach that point. And I ain't never had a problem with letting go of nothing. From friends, relationships, family members, all of it. Because we all have a purpose.
Exactly. And I'm glad
we all have a purpose.
I'm glad that you.
Sometimes you have to let things go to open the door for what God really has.
What you said?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad all of us is on the same accord with some of the questions and everybody bringing in other information. I'm about to crank it up. I'm about to crank it up a little bit.
Let's go.
I'm going to take it up another level. We get ready to get deep. So the next question I have is, what do men need in a relationship?
A strong backbone, a strong person. That, you know what I'm saying? Because, as men, we get weak sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have somebody that got your back and gonna ride. That's gonna ride with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I'm an affectionate person. I need affection.
Okay.
Because during the day, my job, I'm in management. So I'm always having to be firm and be solid and have an answer for everything when somebody come to me. So when I'm with my lady, I want to relax and be calm and be cool. That's when rub my head, tell me everything's going to be all right.
So you want your blanket?
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, Miss Stephanie, what do women need in a relationship?
I need a whole lot of stuff. No, I'm just
Come on now, it's a 30-minute show.
I'm gonna tell you. Now, one thing that I feel that I need is for somebody to date me. And to me, that's very important. Because the same thing that turns you on to that person is the same thing that can easily turn you off. And I feel like when people get in relationships, they get so content with you're gonna be there, or that works. It's just like you see a lot of couples, they start out looking one way, then they end up looking totally different, and they wonder why somebody creepy. Because see, everybody has a different perception of what they see or view a person as. I want my man to be somebody that's very considerate, somebody that's strong, somebody that knows how to come into my life without me telling him how to come and fit into my life. Because if we're a couple and we're talking, and because I'm a verbal person, I'm very open, raw, uncut, cutthroat.
Exactly. I get it.
And I'll tell my man what it is that I like and what I don't like and what I want and what I don't want. And I feel like when you have those lines of communications, you should hear me. I want my man, it's important to hear me right. And also see me. See, a lot of people see you, but do you see me?
Exactly.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, you see me because you're with me. But other things that other people see me as, you don't even think that, but you're with me.
Right.
But see me outside of Sexes by Stephanie.
Yes.
Hair couture, the hat banding, my photo shoots, the things that I do. See me as your mate.
I get it.
That's what's important.
For me, it's information. So many times different ideas may cross my mind and with my thoughts. I need someone to be able to bounce information
Yes.
off of.
Intellect.
Intellectual. I love that. Someone that is very smart and can give me information or tell me things that may need to be changed, or why do I keep getting the same results that I'm getting because of something that I may be doing. I love information.
That's the hearing part.
The hearing part, exactly.
Because you said earlier, some people might hear you, but they don't hear you.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody might see you, but they don't really see you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody that's willing to go there with you. Some people just pretty much stay on the surface, but nobody is willing to get down and dirty because we have all been molded. It doesn't mean that it was correct, but we all have been shaped by somebody. So I think we have all been put here in order to learn off each other. So my next question for everybody, if you could change the way men think, or if you could change the way that a woman thinks, what would you change and why?
That's a good question like that. That's a deep one.
Sometimes I sit and I hear men call women out of the name, like the B word. I never understood why men sometimes would call a woman that and don't even know her. It's just a habit that some men do. And I think it's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
So if I could change how men thought, that's one thing I would change. How men's perspective of women are.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's pretty good. I mean, but to each his own. I've never hit a woman, and I don't plan to. But I mean, I wish that men would just, because a lot of times men, abusive men, would never stand up to another man
Exactly.
and do that to another man the way he do to a woman. So I think just respect, you know what I'm saying? Just respecting the woman. And now on the women's side, the flip side of that, women, like, I think that men really should definitely be considered, like you said, considerate. But it's women require a lot from men. They do, and we should do it. You know what I'm saying? But I think sometimes I think women just kind of forget that, like you said, rub my head. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they forget that, like, it's all about me. But we need, especially if a man out here, he working in the factory, he got to hold the family together all the time. He making he got to get the money, and he might want to, he want to come home and feel loved a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And you should.
Yeah.
You need your work at work.
Yeah, but some people be like, that's what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? They don't forget
That's
that.
called not having that balance.
Right, absolutely.
People don't know how to balance.
Right.
And that's it.
Right.
Yeah, we like to feel appreciated too.
Oh yeah, and you should.
Right. So,
And you should.
yeah.
But as far as me, I want men to stop thinking that everything is about sex. You can screw me, you can't do nothing else.
Right.
And to me, if you're not working and paying any bills, honey, sex is the last thing.
That's all. They don't need to be
But on the flip side, with women, men are like that because that's what women allow them to feel and think. Because women go out here and, like you said, I feel like this because I have brothers. I don't want my brothers with a woman that's a sack chaser that think that, oh, I'm cute, I got my nails and my hair done and that's what your role is. No, you need to go get a job and you need to get your own hair and your nails done because if it wasn't a man around, you would be doing those things anyway. A lot of women require too many things out of men that I feel like this. It's a give and take. It's about us doing things for each other, not because you're a man. That's why so many men that don't know how to really date. And then when they do meet a woman like me, they don't know what to say or what to do with somebody like me because of what women put out there and the pressures that they have put on them about being a man.
Right.
It's hard on both sides of the fence.
I like Stephanie. Stephanie got some good knowledge behind her.
Yes.
That's fun. I'm single right
Exactly. So tell me this: do you all feel that it's important when you're in a relationship to bring something to the table?
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, bringing something to the table is not always financial. You know what I'm saying? Bring something to the table just to be able to add to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like a smart woman. Well, I might not know this, but you do.
Right.
You might not know that, but I know it. You see what I'm saying? So just being able to bring something to each other is very important. Yeah, most definitely.
I agree with that, but be my peace.
Exactly. That's it.
Bring peace to me.
Yes.
I've had a hard day at work or my events didn't go well, be my peace. It's okay, baby. The next one's gonna be all right. I got your back.
Right.
Be my peace.
Yeah.
What can someone bring to the table for you?
Support. That's one thing that I've never had because people always look at it as I have everything together. But see, they went up at 2 o'clock in the morning praying and asking God for a vision.
Right.
They went up at 3 o'clock and set their alarm clock or running on 30 minutes of sleep just to get something out there in order to make ends meet. So, those are the things for me, is like Bo said, be my peace. It's that peace, I'm going to protect that at all costs.
Okay. Tell me this, what do you guys think of having someone in a relationship that's, let's say, a prayer warrior? What do you think about that? Somebody that is willing to pray for you when you can't pray for yourself.
That's beautiful.
Is that important?
That's important. I accept that.
Yeah.
All the prayers I can give.
But it also depends on too now. Prayer is good, and I do believe in that, but you need to know how to pray for yourself first. And then another thing is you got to be careful who's praying for you, because a lot of times people sleep with the enemy.
And this.
So to me, that discernment part of me is one of those things to where that is great, but everybody ain't praying for the same thing.
Right.
Some people laying next to you praying, well, I hope they don't get that gig. See, that's where that insecurity come in,
Yes.
or that balance of not knowing who you are, or really trying to pretend just to stay in a relationship and pretend that they're supporting you, but at the same time, as soon as something come through, you wonder why things going wrong because it's what's in your household and what's attached to you.
True. But tell me, go ahead.
I believe though, if somebody's praying for your downfall, that our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is going to know the difference.
Yes.
You know, I don't think He's going to intentionally put something on you that somebody prayed for it to be bad, which is my opinion. You know?
Yeah. Not saying that's how God would be talking about people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about God. We're talking about people and how people are. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in spiritual warfare all the time. Like I said, I'm a spiritual person and I recognize it. And that's why I stay my distance from people. I don't like everybody touching and trying to get close to me because I'm very guarded with my gifts. And that's a part of the responsibility and for people to see your growth is knowing how to block out that, that negative energy or to protect the gift and to protect your walk because it's all about your ear gate, your mouth.
Right.
Everything about the senses that we have is very important to your growth and success in relationship and in business.
That's true. Now here's something else that I was a little curious about. Is a person's body count important?
Body count.
How many people she's been with or how many people he have been with?
Let me say, I would say.
hey, tread right.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. This the only thing I can say about that is this is not really the answer, but it's just something that men, we feel like our count is not all that important because we men. But we don't want no woman with a lot of bodies on it.
Right.
We don't want that.
Okay.
Because if you got a lot of bodies, everybody gonna know about it anyway. You know
This
what I'm
is
saying?
true.
Then you just don't want to be a part of that. So
Right.
it's important. It's important.
It's
very
important.
It's the same with men, because don't nobody want somebody that everybody has had. But I feel like this, it depends on what age and stage in somebody's life. Because when somebody's younger versus somebody being 30, 40, 50, you should be doing things different. So when you're in your 40s and 50s and collecting body counts, yes, it's very important because that's stupid.
But if you're young and you've been through a lot of men, I mean, I think it's okay to, you got to give people room to change. They get that in a younger age, and they did a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They changed and they passed that life. I think they deserve another chance by somebody.
Right.
Well, to me, the body count kind of matters, but not really. It just depends on who that body count was. If somebody that's close to me. If you dated somebody that was a good friend of mine, it matters.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be dating somebody that I'm in the room with my cousin and she used to date my cousin.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I am a firm believer though that people can change, and if I like you, I don't really care what you used to do, it's what you're doing now.
Okay, what you're doing now.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because it's the person that you're with. You should be different with everybody because they're different people.
Right. And that is important. Let's see.
Because love is a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful
And
thing.
when it hits you, hey, it hits you.
And I think, I feel like everybody at the table now, is love important to you? Is that what everybody is trying to have, or is that a goal that you're trying to reach? You're trying to find love?
Yeah.
I want to be in love.
Yeah.
I'm in love right now.
Okay.
With someone.
Okay.
But they're not mine and I'm not theirs.
So you saying
And who's that?
Well, you gotta have somebody that love is important because when you might not be that big promoter anymore, you might not be Stephanie anymore. You might you might lose all your businesses and everything. And are you still gonna be there for me? Do you love me enough to help me get back on my feet or let me know when I'm slipping?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, love is very, very important because you know, at my age, and it has nothing to do with being lonely. I just feel like I'm a relationship type person. And it's really sad to know that my chances as a woman that's finding a real good man or somebody that's got his stuff halfway together, it's sad to me because I know I should be in a relationship. And I know how to date. I know how to love. I know how to reciprocate love, you know? So at the end of the day, yes, it's very important. Like you said, have somebody that loves you. Like I said that earlier. Remove all the things that y'all see me do. And look at Stephanie. Yes, I'm attracted to me too. And that's not being arrogant. That's just being real. Because if I was opposite and I was a man, like you said, what are you looking for in a mate? I look at me and I know why men like me. And people think that I'm gay. We were talking about this earlier.
But that's called self-love.
Yes, you know, because they don't see me with anybody. No, that's because I know who I am as a woman, what it is that I want, what I don't want, what I don't have to put up with, and what I'm willing to take and what I'm not willing to take. And people look at me as being complex. No, I'm not complex. You're just
know who you are.
So do you feel like it's a shortage of
I think it is in a lot of ways, and the reason why I say that because there are a lot of men, but what are they doing? It's just like now, the restaurants around here are closing at 8 o'clock because they don't have workers. People don't want to work.
Right.
Yes, a lot of men, but these men don't want to work.
Yeah.
People don't want to work. I can't work and you sit at home on the PlayStation getting high and everybody's at my house. Ain't nobody coming in my house unless they paying some bills. Everybody need to be bringing something to the table because I got kids and I've raised them.
And that makes sense.
So, you know, it is a shortage and it's really sad. And then men don't know how to be men because you've had so many women to tear them down. And then they look at women that try to support them. So people are confused as far as like when somebody trying to build you up versus somebody tearing you down. And women are the same way.
Oh, yeah.
They can
That's
have
true.
a positive
That's true.
man in their life and that man be like, well, look, you look nice in this, baby. But see, your friends over here telling you, knowing you look like a clown, go on and put that on because see, they're not really your friend. They don't want you to get the attention. But a real friend and a real man or a real woman in any relationship is going to be honest with you.
That's true.
And you should be able to accept that from them.
That's true. That's true. So tell me this, since we're getting close to the end of the show, I want you guys to take a look at the camera because I want each of you to tell your sister or your brother if you could drop some nuggets on them to be able to help them, to inspire them. What would you tell them? Let's say they're down on their luck and they have given up and they're ready to check out. What could you say to them to inspire them to keep going?
There's other people out here that love you. You may not love yourself, but there are other people that loves you. And if you're thinking about checking out, taking your life, or giving up, you know, there's somebody you're leaving behind that's gonna hurt from that.
Well, I would say, you know, as far as like being in a business and stuff like that, you know, it's been times I wanted to quit as an artist or quit as a songwriter, producer, and the things that I do. But every time and that moment came, it's always someone around me that I inspired that come through and say, hey, man, I'm watching everything you're doing, man. You helped me get through. So just don't give up. Just stay the course. It's not gonna be easy, you know what I'm saying? Just keep going. And God will bless you, man, and do some great things for you. So just keep moving. Just keep moving.
And my nugget is to believe in yourself. So a lot of people don't believe in themselves. They take validation from other people. I don't need anybody to solidify who I am. Because God chose each and every one of us to be individuals. And a lot of people have dreams and visions, but they're sleeping on them or just letting them go because they're listening to other people that don't have anything going on in their life. So you have to believe that you can be happy. Believe that you deserve more. Believe that you are everything that you say you want to be. And that's how I live my life. Can't nobody tell me that I'm not who I say I am or who you say that I'm not. Because like I said, I am who he says I am.
Exactly.
And I live by that. So believe.
Exactly. And what don't break you will make you.
That's right.
Continue to push forward. Don't give up. no matter what it looks like. Everything isn't always as it seems. Always connect to some good people that is willing to encourage you and push you in the direction of your dreams, because we can't wait to see you in your future. As always, y'all have a good one. Peace.
Peace.